Now I see you. Great. Amazing. Hi everyone. Is the video working? I don't say anything, so you cannot hear me. That's strange. We tested that and everything worked good, and now, yes, you see me? Great. Okay. Set up. Hi everyone. I am Elisa. I come from Nuremberg, and I work since 2000 online and print, and I work with Joomla since 2016. In 2008 I studied marketing, and I'm self-employed since 2009, right after my studies. And in 2017 I wrote a Joomla book with David Jardine. And so, if you want to reach me afterwards, just contact me through Twitter or the volunteers portal. I will share my my code afterwards. Here I will show you something nice. And if you have any questions, just type in and I will try to answer everything. So my topic today is, less than 2 weeks ago, someone posted on Facebook if anyone knows the extension for a price table. And all the replies for this topic were recommendations for extensions, which extension he can install to have a price table. And I saw this and I thought he's meaning a price table maybe like this. So you have a pricing plan and you can switch between monthly and yearly. And I know an extension that is able to solve this issue. It's Joomla Core. My philosophy with working with Joomla is that you don't need any extension if you want just to display the content in a special way. You need, of course, extensions if it goes for special things like backup software or newsletter systems or complex CCKs with search filters and everything. But if you want just to show inputs in a special way, Joomla Core has a lot of input fields, and you can add even more input fields with custom fields. So you don't need any extensions for such tasks, for such layouts. You can create alternate layouts for that. And I will show you how I would solve such a question or such work in Joomla. And I went on CodePen first and searched for price tables. I will show you that the price table on my computer. That's actually where my slide ends. And I will have to look now at the main screen. So yeah, I hope it will work that I see also your questions. I switched the browser. If no one knows, a lot of you I think know CodePen. CodePen is a platform where you can share code with each other. And if you go on the home page, you see here some picked pens, maybe for inspiration. And I searched here for the pricing table. Wait. Okay, pricing table, and found this one. And you can switch here between monthly and yearly. And here at the top, you have a tab for the HTML structure, and you have a tab for CSS, and possibly you have a tab for JavaScript, which doesn't exist here in this code pen. So you have just these two tabs. And you can just copy the HTML here, and I included it here into my project. It's here. And that's just now the HTML. I hope you can see the code. Please give me some feedback if you can see the code. Good. Okay. So this is basically just the HTML now. And I will explain you where we can use which Joomla field. The select pricing plan here, that can be the category or the menu title. And the text below can be the category description, for example. I switch back to CodePen. So this is the select pricing plan. We will input here the category title, and this will be the category description. Yeah. Then let's look further at the code. There is a navigation, nav bills, and list elements. And here in the list elements you see monthly and yearly. So my idea was to take a subcategory which is called monthly and a subcategory to call yearly, where and we put in here the title. You see here two links that will open here the tabs monthly and yearly again. Here we can take, for example, the subcategory alias, so we have web save names. Let's look further at the bottom. I collapse this too. We have here the tab content, and here two div containers. And these div containers again have the ID monthly and yearly. So it's basically the link that opens when I click on monthly or yearly. So we put in here again the category alias. And this to repeat. Inside of this container, I will open this and collapse this. We have three items. These three items are these three items. And if I open the first one, I can show you that are the articles. Basic would be the article title. This paragraph here could be the article intro text. Then we have the price. Let's compare it here again. We have here the price per month. Here are some features, and here's possibly a read more button. So I left this just as the currency. Then we have a custom field of maybe the type text with the name price. Then below we have monthly payment. So monthly is again the subcategory title. And below that we have here the lower details code in this layout. It would be a custom field of type repeatable called features. And at the very bottom we have the read more. And everything which is here repeats here, and here it's just again the same article again and again. And if we open this, it's again the same thing. So we repeat we have another subcategory, it's called yearly, and then three articles inside of it. So how to do a alternate layout? It's quite easy. We go into the components, content, open the views, and we want to have override for the category block. So in category template, there are these five that are the Joomla core layouts. And so we can make an override. An override means I copy this into my template structure and don't rename it at all. But in this case, we don't want to override the standard because a pricing table is not used all over the site. It's just a special layout. So we just copy block PHP and block XML and copy it into a template structure. For example, protostar, HTML, content, category, price table. So I copied inside there and renamed it to price table. And the price table XML file, it's responsible for the menu type. If you see here, I zoom in, there's the layout title, content, price table title. I created a language override for it, and if we look into the back end, I have here a menu type called price table. You see that? When I want to create a new one, let's see. Oh, too long closed in between. Let's see. I don't know why it takes that long because it's local. So Laura was just asking me on the chat how my skiing was. Actually, I went skiing yesterday, and we drove back today, so I could prepare for this session here. But it was amazing weather, and it was very great. So guys, I don't know what's happening here on my local host. Let's just reload it again. I have no pictures here on my computer. I can show you a picture into the webcam while the back end is loading. Still have my New York pictures open. Okay, look how amazing. You see that? It was like a dream. So, finally in the back end. Great. So if I create a new menu item, I don't know what's going on. I just closed my Firefox and restarted. Sorry. If you have any questions until now, just type in and I will reply until Firefox restarts. Now debugger is off. I have no clue what's happening. Can just check that. Weird. Okay. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, that hopefully worked with the restarting the server. Let's see. So, main menu. And when I add a new menu item, you see here in the item type list price table. You see that? So this is because I added here those two files. The first, the most important one is the XML file, and it's just a copy of the block.xml file. And the only thing I changed is the price table title here. I could write here anything, like my custom layout, for example. Let's reload this and hope it will work. I'm not getting why the connection is that weak. The debugger is actually off. So you see here my custom layout. Yeah, that was the price table what I had in here before. So I put some code. I put the code here, the HTML structure, into this PHP file. And what you need to know to create overrides is basically some basic PHP commands. I started with some if clauses, if this then that, and I learned all the time more about PHP, but my PHP knowledge is still quite basic. For such overrides, you just need to know about what is if clause, what is a for each loop, what are variables, and if you know that, you can create this custom layout. So at the head of this file, I have just the same things like in the block PHP file. It's just a copy paste, and later on I already start on with the HTML structure of this pricing table. You see here price table HTML. It starts with pricing plan and so on, and the same is happening here. I have the pricing plan. I get the page class suffix from Joomla here, and afterwards I'm getting the page heading from the menu, and it's everything already in the block PHP file. If you compare those two files with each other, you see that the page heading is pulled here, here's the category title pulled, and you just, in the beginning you can play around with it and just copy paste the code which is in block PHP into your layout and see what is happening. So, and afterwards, after the heading, there's a section with a category description, and here's everything pulled from the category description. I have to open it in the front end. Joomla current. So I will show it to you, but I continue here. Then there's a message if there are no articles in the category. That's also a part that is here in this block PHP file. Here in this part, if it's empty, then show the message there is no article in there. And afterwards there's the pricing content. So let's compare with the HTML again. Pricing content, that's this part. So this static part at the top, it's already done. And we continue now here with this part. We have the pricing content and the navigation through the subcategories. And we have the subcategories here, the navigation pills, and I have to count, for example, the categories to see if it's the first one or if it's the last one and how many are there. The reason is because here in the HTML file there's this OR in between, an OR circle. The code pen is already closed, but I can show you the result already here. We have this OR circle here, so we have to check, is it the first category? We have to check that because the first one has the class active in it, and we have to check, is it the last one, because after the last one there is no OR circle afterwards. And that's what's happening here in the code. I say if it's the first category, please write class active in it. Otherwise, here, please put in the category alias, the category title, and if it's not the last one, then please display the OR circle. This guarantees that my content is dynamic. I can add as many subcategories as I want. I can say it's a daily price, monthly price, weekly price, whatever. It will always show it in the right way. So after I went through these categories here at the top, I have the bottom part, the tab content, which we had here, tab content. And inside of tab content, we have these two containers, monthly and yearly. And that's another for each, because we have to go through the subcategories again. What I'm doing here, for each children as category, please output this container. And inside of this container, we're going through the articles which are inside of this category. And there's where fetch the title of the article, the intro text, and the custom fields and everything. That's what everything happens here. And basically I show you the custom fields, content fields. I created just two fields for it. There's the price in euro and the features. Ignore this custom field, it's something for another showcase. So we have here the price in euro and features of type repeatable. And that looks like that in the article. We have the articles, we have basic, advanced, premium, and again basic, advanced, premium, and they are both in the main category price table. These three ones are monthly, and these three ones are in the annual category. And if we look deeper into this basic one, you will see that this information is pulled from the subcategory, of course. And then basic, that's the article title. Here you see that's the article title. Then we have the intro text. This is the text that will come if we click on read more. And then we have the Joomla custom fields, where right here price in euro is $9.99. And additionally to the CodePen example, I also added some icon classes here to the features. So we have always here check mark here. If I change here the price and I say icon, I just write Facebook because I don't remember now any other one. Let's reload the page. Oh, so Facebook icon was wrong. Check mark, let's say close. I forgot I used the icon classes and not the font awesome classes. That's why my icon did not work. So let's reload. Still doesn't work. Let's get back to check mark again. There's a list of icon classes somewhere, but I don't have it now. So everything in this layout is pulled from the content, and I actually wanted also to show you this part here. It's at the bottom. There's the read more button. It comes from Joomla. It's also copied from the blog item. You see the code here. If show read more, then show this and that. And you see here in the end it outputs a JLayout. It's Joomla content, read more. And if we compare this, what I did here, I have here Joomla content, read more price. It's because you can also override layouts. You have the structure here, layouts, Joomla content. It's like the dots here. Imagine the dots are separators. Joomla content, read more. This is the layout we are searching for. And I just copied this read more PHP and pasted it into my template structure, into layouts, Joomla content. I pasted it here and renamed it to read more price. And if we open that, you see I manipulated the class. And I also changed the read more title here. You saw in my example, it's jetzt kaufen, it's German. If I switch my front end to English, let's check the language overrides. Should be just English. Overrides. It says jetzt kaufen, so get it now. Now it says get it now. And I did not change any core classes with that. I can show it to you also the other way around. I just remove here price and reload it in the front end. And the normal Joomla core button appears here, the read more button. That's how you can override layouts. So due to technical circumstances, we are late for the backend session. I have to stop this now, unfortunately. But I have good news for you. I have uploaded this code example already on GitHub. It's on github.com/coolcatcreations, and at the link Joomla price table, yes, Laura, okay. You can see the code here. I tried to document inside the code as much as possible to add some comments in it. If you have any questions how this works, or if you have any questions about this for each loop things and everything, just contact me. We can talk afterwards about it. Yeah. So, Laura, you wrote you want to end the session?
Yeah, what I'm going to do, thank you very much, everyone, for
Thank you.
What I want to do for everyone that's listening from abroad is I'm going to end this call right now, and then I'm going to start it up again. And this way, our recording will just be of the price table structure, and then when I start it up again, I just need 2 minutes to start and come back in again. So that way we have a separate recording for the team of 4. Right. So everyone that's here, thank you very much. I'm going to end the conference, and we can just go right back to the page. Give me a minute so I can start it up again. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. And all right. And wait, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm ending properly.